What is up, YouTube? Today is July 14th, and we're back at it with another trade recap. Let's get straight to this motherfucker. Alright, continuing this fucking journey. As you can see, I'm having a bit of a rough week. I lost yesterday and today. And honestly, it is what it is. It sucks, of course, and it's very fucking unfortunate. And the problem is, it's just like little mistakes, and that is why I'm losing. Like very incy tiny bits of mistakes, which is why I'm losing. Yeah, but yeah, today was basically more of I had the wrong bias, and I was just confused with bias, and I don't know why I traded if I was confused with bias. And then that, like, it was just so frustrating. And I'll just get straight to it. Anyways, so yesterday, if you guys remember, I was like, all right, if we're gonna truly be bullish, right? The only area we could see us react is off this equal lows, and I literally marked it out for you guys. I was like, if we do something like boom, 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 right? And that's exactly what the fuck happened. So right when that happened, I was like, okay, Asia is pushing really cleanly. So I'm like, all right, potentially there's a high chance that this low right here could be our low of day. Right, which just means that okay, I'm just gonna be bullish for the day, right? And then anyways, fast forward to New York session, we pushed higher, CPI dropped, and the CPI pumped all the way up, and then we swooped all of this kind of like LR right here, and then some of the LR right here, right? And then that I was like, okay, I'm still bullish just because I just think we just come up all the way up here and fill this gap, right? So that's what I think, right? I'm like, okay, I'm pretty bullish. But then I noticed, I'm like, okay, but at the same time, we could just technically be reversing off of this, which is where I made my mistake and got a little bit confused. So I saw this. I was like, okay, so this could be like a sweep, right? And if that's a sweep, we could potentially be just looking for shorts, right? But I'm just so fucking stupid and got confused in that specific fact. When in reality, no, you can't be shorts here because this is not a good reaction. If I wanted to see shorts potentially, right, and I want to see a dump, especially if we are in New York session, the most volatile session in all of time, right? Specifically that specific session. If I want to see a reversal, it needs to have displacement because we understand that it's a New York session and it has all the volatility in the world. So if there's no volatility, that just means it's a retracement. And I know this, but I was just so my mind was so clogged. So going into the day, I was bullish, right? But then over here, for some reason, I was like, oh, maybe I'm wrong, and I doubted myself, and then I just got punished, right? And I tried shorting here, and I'll show the shorts later, and I just got punished, right? Because we're actually fucking bullish. I was just retarded, and then that fucking frustrated the fuck out of me. Probably one of the worst psychological days I've ever had, bro. I was so close to blowing my account. If I did not have the lockout, I was definitely gonna blow out my account. As a matter of fact, I almost even went and traded on my other XFA just because I was so tilted. And thankfully, of course, I stopped myself and locked out the account because it would have just been a really bad idea. But anyways, so it was just so fucking annoying, right? Because I could have caught longs. If I just had been patient and believed in my system and believed in my bias, I would have caught longs. And that was my fucking mistake for today. Now, regardless of all of that, let's just get straight to actually digging deep into price action. Now, so we swept this high, right? Could this potentially be time for a reversal? Yes, okay, I agree with that, right? We could potentially see to target all of this LR, and lower, right? So it could be an area where we might reject or look to react from. Now, the biggest fucking issue here was that the reaction was shit. We had no displacement whatsoever. And then off of this is basically an indication that price is not ready to go lower, right? So this just tells me that this is a retracement, not actually a reversal. I misread that and I got punished for it today. Regardless, we learn from it, move on. It's frustrating as fuck. As you can see, it's making me heat up just by speaking about it because it's just so stupid. But anyways, regardless, we move on. This was a big fucking mistake. Now, price ended up pushing lower, right? Sweeping this low, and then from there we pushed higher. Now, even then, right? Even then, this push higher had clear displacement, and now this displacement right here is clear confirmation that even if I thought that this was a reversal, this would have told me that hey, you're wrong because we're displacing higher and we're retracing lower. We're chopping lower. We're doing this lower and we're doing this higher. So clearly we're bullish, right? I still did not read that. I don't know what's going on. I think I just came into the day just fogged up. I was scared to trade. I don't even know what was going on. I'll be real. And it was just I don't know. It's just today was just a really odd day that psychologically I had to just decipher why I was so clogged up and I couldn't read price properly. Regardless, anyways, for me, what I saw was, oh my, okay, so this is bearish, right? We're reversing, and this is a pullback. I thought that this is reversal and this is a pullback when it was completely the opposite. But you know, what can I say? I'm fucking retarded, right? So, anyways, price came up, swept this, and I'm like, okay, this is a good sweep. We could potentially see a reversal from here, and then I entered off of this nice little right here, right? This nice little change in the state. Entered right there, stops down there, and I was floating almost a 7 RR, by the way, 7 RR. I thought that I was right, right? And I went break even, and then my target was down here. Unfortunately, got stopped at break even, as you could tell, and it is what it is. Unfortunate, right? And this, once that happened, I got very tilted. I'm like, oh my god, there's no way we just got stopped out because I was floating 7 RR, and we just got stopped out for no fucking reason. In my mind, I still thought that we were bearish and that price is just doing its fucking shenanigans, and it just tried to fuck me over. So I got tilted. Now, right when I got tilted, I saw this. I'm like, okay, we pushed this, then that. Now we formed basically another order block right here, right? I'm like, okay, so I'm gonna short from here, and that's where I got railed. Just straight fucking railed. It was just tilt. Like, this trade does not even make sense, by the way. There's no logical sense behind it. It was just straight gambling, right? And it was because I got frustrated and I was just trying to take anything to get to the shorts, bro. And the main mistake was because I had my bias incorrect. So bias was wrong, and I got punished for it. And then of that led me to being frustrated, and then just fucking uh, taking a retarded loss. And the reason I was even frustrated was because I was bullish. I was fucking bullish. I wanted longs. Going into the day, I wanted longs. That's the problem. I was expecting price to push higher. But this right here made me doubt me. Like, that made me doubt my analysis. So I got punished for it. I'm so serious. I genuinely deserve this punishment because there's no way that I saw this and I was like, yes, price is reversing. So I wholeheartedly deserve this. And I'm so glad that I got fucking punished because this is such a shit reaction for a reversal, especially in New York session. And whatever, I just got clocked back into reality. It's like my mind was just turned off today and I was just trying to fucking trade with a brain dead fucking brain. Anyways, I got fucking punished for it, and it is what it is. Regardless, price pushed higher, came down, right? And then from there, we obviously continued higher, and I took that retarded loss here, right? And then from there, price, all that it did afterwards was just chop. It's just shit fucking price action. It is what it is. And then, I'm not gonna lie to you guys, I'll be real. I will admit, I'm a fucking cocksucker, right? And the account had like $400 drawdown left, right? And I just tilted, and I'm in an Asia session trade right now. And I will show you guys the trade after this. And I'm not gonna lie to you, yes, I am ashamed of it. And yes, I did say that I should not trade Asia, but I'm not gonna lie, I'm not gonna cope or say anything. But the way I just saw it, price action was like, okay, we just have all this LR. Asia's been so clean recently, and price wants to go higher. Clearly, right? We're obviously fucking bullish. It's very obvious that we're bullish. We still want to go up here because obviously we're bullish from yesterday's move, right? And it hasn't technically reached its objective because oops, this basically just wanted this high, right? So this told me that this is our draw, and we have not reached our draw, and we've just been chopping. So obviously, I think that Asia session will potentially deliver because we built up so much liquidity during PM session. So I'm just thinking that Asia is going to continue. And that was it. That's my fucking mistake for today. It was fucking stupid, and I'm just a fucking idiotic retard. I don't like saying shit about myself because you know the power of the tongue and whatnot, but it's just very annoying and frustrating because it was so like if I just stuck with my guts, I hate doubting myself and it's so annoying. Anyways, though, price did what it did and we just thug it out and move on with life. Can't really do much about it, and that is it for today's PA breakdown. Now, in terms of the trade that I'm taking, oh hey, big man Boski, oh I can see myself. Anyways, in terms of the trade that I am currently in, this is the trade right here. All right, so yeah, I'm just expecting price to continue higher, enter down here, and I want to see a full delivery to the upside, right? The account, as you can see, is basically fried. I don't even give a fuck. As much as I know it, I hate them. I don't know. I just know that this setup is really clean, so I was like, okay, I'm willing to take full risk on it, and I don't care. I'm entering 5 micros, and I have a bit of a wider stop just before protection because I do know that we're bullish. I just don't know if the execution is at the right time, right? Because Asia usually fucks around like that. So, but I just entered, and my draw is obviously all of these LR and whatnot, right? And that is basically it for today's PA breakdown. Nothing too fucking crazy. It is what it is. Um, fuck my life. No, fuck my life. I'm sorry. I'm just so frustrated. But it's just so fucking annoying in the sense of I just today could have been so free if I had just followed my plan. That's why it's just so frustrating because if I just simply follow my plan and follow my rules, I'm good. But if I don't, I get punished. You know what I mean? So it is what it is. What can you do? It's part of life, and that is it for fucking today's price action or PA breakdown. Yeah, just I broke down price action for you motherfuckers. Anyways, that is basically it for today. Live, love, laugh. Nothing much, but simple stuff. Yeah, the main mistake was identifying this as a reversal when it was a retracement, right? If I just saw this as a retracement instead of a reversal, I would have been like, okay, so we're gonna probably just retrace lower, and then after that retrace lower, we're gonna push higher, which is easy. It was telling you this from the accumulation that it was making. There was no displacement, and then from there you would just see higher prices. Anyways, that was basically it for today's price action and trade recap. Today was July 14th. I hope you motherfuckers enjoyed it. I am currently back at home, not in Toronto anymore. Just have to stay here, finish up a few more things. The car is still fucking me up the ass, bro. But anyways, once I get all my shit sorted here, I'm definitely heading straight back because, bro, the difference in environment is so important. I am telling you, whoever is watching this, or whoever watches this, the difference in environment is so important. If you could have friends that have the exact same like vibration as you, the same frequency as you, I promise you it's so life changing. You just constantly think about money, you just constantly think about working towards your goals. Everyone around you is, it's just like there's like this certain frequency in different areas of the world. If you're in Miami, the frequency for Miami is money, hard work, and whatnot, right? And then the same thing in like Yorkville, which is in Toronto, right? It's the exact same thing. It's basically the Miami of Toronto. Different fucking experience. Anyways, regardless of that, whatever price does, I do not give a singular fuck. I'll let this bitch play out and do a thing. But anyways, TK out, motherfuckers. Yeah, bing bang bosh.